Guys, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay, if everything is good. If you guys are seeing my screen, I'm going to look at the chat for a second. A little bit of a delay. So give me a yes, 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 because I have got the absolute killer show for you guys today. Say hello to me. Everybody seeing me? Everybody hearing me? Everybody sees my screen? I have got amazing stuff for you. Sound good, screen good, beyond limits, beyond limits. Andy, good morning. Primus, good morning. How's everybody doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm gonna let everybody roll into the room because I have so much cool stuff to show you. All the guys in my BK trading room, letting you know the one bar scalp has been updated. Download the latest version because the latest version has the absolute most exact entry prices on it. I've completely reconfigured it. Thank you, ChatGPT, who finally figured it out after about an hour of battling with the AI, and it finally got me to do what I wanted to do. I'm going to walk you through the killer indicator and how well it's been doing. But for those of you guys in my BK room, absolutely come download it. Those of you guys who want to join us, here's a discount link for that. Please be sure to join us if you want to try us for a month or so. For those of you guys who are going to prop trade with me, here's a discount for you in the chat. Make sure you take care of both things. And of course, I'm going to start, and I'll talk about this a little bit later. We have a great new sponsor, Gelber Group. Guy is a market wizard. If you've read the first or the second Market Wizard book, you'll see him. His name is Brian Gelber. He was a commodity commission broker, actually, who became a really, really good trader. He's been a prop trader for forever. Now, what he's doing is something really, really unique. He's running a trading contest, 35,000 or 45,000 in giveaway prizes. So real money to give away. But what's really much cooler than that is if you trade well, he looks at your record, he'll hire you, he'll pay you money, he'll actually make you a old-fashioned prop trader. So here's the link to that. Let me get into this. Make sure you guys check out that offer. It's a really, really cool deal. So everybody check out the Gelber Group and their breakout strategy. This is for U.S. customers only. The only caveat I have is, unfortunately, non-U.S. citizens can't participate in this contest, but it's a lot of U.S. people here in the room with me today, so everybody is good to go. Okay, everybody's seeing the screens. I see myself on the screens. On my other screens, I got myself on a million different things. How's everybody doing? Everybody survived yesterday. Is everybody doing well? Let me know. Let me know your stories here. What are you guys trading, first of all? Did anybody trade Nasdaq yesterday and have a heart attack every 5 seconds? 1,000-point move in Nasdaq yesterday. How insane was that? Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys heard the latest news. Kamala Harris picked Tim Walsh from Minnesota as her vice presidential candidate. Be interesting to see if there could either be a really, really smart choice or not a smart choice. I'm not going to. I pontificated enough, but I'm not going to get into political pontifications. But it's just from a purely objective political analysis that leaves Pennsylvania vulnerable, in my opinion. So, I think that the race is going to be super close. There's going to be a lot of volatility, and I think, by the way, from a market point of view, this volatility is just starting. Right? I put out a tweet a week ago where I said, "Listen, we're coming up to the time in the market where a lot of things are using a headwind. Number one, seasonality, right? August and especially September is always really, really volatile, right? September has never been an up month in like 50 years, right? It's really the single worst month of the year, right? You guys are getting a little bit of an echo. Is anybody else getting an echo, or is it just this? Because you know what? Hang on a second. Maybe I know why you might be getting an echo. Let me just bear with me. Okay. Testing 1 2 3. No echo. Testing 1 2 3. No echo. Is this better? Testing 1 2 3. Am I getting better? Okay. Sorry. I had. I know why. Because I didn't have the. I'm logged in like on 3 screens, and I forgot to mute the other screens. Okay, all right, so good. Anyways, let me reiterate. I was saying that I think we are at the beginning of this volatility vortex, and there's a lot of reasons. Number one, we have so seasonality. August, September, literally the worst month of the year for the stock market. Never been enough month. Right? Number two, the economy is slowing down. I don't care what anybody tells me. Yes, I know the ISM is doing well, that people are still flying. I was in Vegas just the other day. Yes, planes are full, but it's clear that especially at the lower end of the spectrum, the consumer is tapped out. Starbucks, McDonald's, Kohl's, everybody is missing. Everybody's missing. And everybody's saying that it's a challenging environment for discretionary spend. So you know that's coming, right? Number two, we got a nice kind of a short trade here. I'm not going to do any trading right now because I'm going to explain my trade strategy for you guys, and you'll see. It's very, very cool. But anyways, so you have this slowdown in the economy. Even if the economy does not go into any kind of a recession, the very fact that it slows down means there's going to be less spending, less sales, less price per earnings per ratio, and the market is priced for like massive price earnings gains, like a double-digit price earnings gains. Ain't happening, right? So just on a fundamental view, you're gonna have an adjustment, right? And then the very fact that the Fed may not feel, because if you look at price components, the prices are still not at a 2% level, so the Fed may not necessarily cut rates significantly. Maybe it only cuts 20. If Fed cuts 25 basis points in September, it'll be a massive disappointment. The market will just throw another hissy fit. So I think there's all that stuff, and overlay that into what I think is going to be a very volatile political season, because it hasn't even started yet, right? I mean, we finally settled down on 2 candidates, very, very different candidates, very different approaches to policy, very different approaches to political style. They have not been toe-to-toe against each other at all. And I think it's going to be interesting. Neither one of them, I mean, they both have stumbled, but they really haven't said anything where, we've created lots of volatility. So I think my point is, I think the trade now is a sell the rally trade, not buy the dip trade. Having said this, we're going to be buying plenty, going to be making plenty of long trades, plenty of short trades. I'm just talking about on a kind of a more longer term basis. I think, we are tilting down, not tilting up. I think we see but I'll be shocked, and I'll eat my own words, if we don't see 5,000 S&P, let's say by September when I come back, right? So speaking of coming back and speaking of traveling, a little bit of a travel note. I'm going to do the webinars with you. I'm going to do live trades with you guys today, tomorrow. Then I'm off on a plane to go to Vienna. And by the way, look how clean this picked up this short. What a beautiful short this was. So I'm off on a plane to go to Vienna for about 2.5 weeks. I'll be in Europe. I'm going to try. I have no idea. I doubt that the week following I'll be able to do any lives, because I'll probably be in transit. But the week after, I'll be in London. Should be more settled. The girls are all going to be doing, Harry Potter stuff, which I'm definitely going to skip. So I'm going to try to see if I have the internet, if I have the capacity, and I'll try to live trade with you the week after that. At very worst, I'll be back at the end of August. We'll resume. And my point is that, by the time I come back, in August, September, I'll be shocked if the S&P is not at 5,000. But, we'll take it from there. In the meantime, we got today and tomorrow for me to kind of show you the very, very cool, the super, super awesome trading style that I developed using this indicator, which we've rewritten about 1,000 times over. And again, guys in the BK room, download the latest version. It's the 2.03. I'm calling it Super Scalp. You guys have the 1-bar scalp because that's obviously the generic engineering name for it. But we're going to call this indicator Super Scalp because it really is a super scalp. I'm going to show you what I was able to achieve with this thing in just 5 days, right? So let's go. This is the account. Okay, I'm going to show this to you. Hang on a second. So let's go. Is it custom range? Yeah, I want to do custom range from. So I started this account last week. Vegas was, okay, this is just to give you an idea of how cool this is. I started this account, I think, Wednesday, right? I go to Vegas Thursday. So I'm in Vegas Thursday, Friday, basically just plus, I'm going to show, I don't have time to really watch the screens. I basically wound up, I landed at 8:30 at the McLaren airport. I wasn't able to check into 11:30 in the hotel. So I'm sitting at the airport at the Starbucks, just really banging away. And people are like listening, go, target filled, stop filled, target filled. Everybody's like watching me, like, behind my shoulder, laughing at me trading. But I'm using these techniques. And my point is, I'm using these techniques. I have like basically 5 days since I started this account. Let's take a look. Let's take a look what I did. Look at this. Look at this P&L. Look at the smoothness of the curve. Look at the all the things I was able to achieve. I am like $95 from getting funded, right? So this is what I want to talk to everybody about. First and foremost, let's go to, I think I talked to you guys about this, but maybe I talked to the guys in my group. I want to talk to you guys in the room. So I am, I'm like, we love Apex. They've paid out $254 million, and they are the greatest prop firm in my opinion. I've just put the let me put the link again for you guys to open up an account. They're making accounts so cheap to buy. It's ridiculous. But here's the thing, and this is, by the way, true of all the prop firms, right? If you look at the terms of the deal for each account, everybody likes to go for the big accounts, and I'm all about that. Some people really like all the big accounts. My point to you is, if you compare the terms of the deal of the account, this is a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio. You have to make 1,500, risk 1,500, right? You go to the 250 account, which is 10 times, you got to make virtually 3 times more money against your terminal risk, right? That's all I'm saying to you. So depending on how you trade, depending on your mentality, there are a lot of people in my room who've passed multiple 250 accounts, right? Multiple, because they take large size, they take single trades, they get into it, they lever up, they do all the things that I'm not capable of doing. But if you're the type of person that likes to do lots of trades, but can't just do big large trades and milk those trades for profit because you take profits too early, then this might be a much better structure for you. So I went down. I went, tiny, trade tiny. I went down to the small size because I said to myself, hey, I'm going to trade what's comfortable for me. So what I'm going to show you today when we start live trading today is I am trading micro accounts. I'm going to show you exactly how I trade. But more importantly, I'm going to show you what I did in terms of creating my indicator that just completely changed the game plan for me, how it made me so much more consistent and profitable, how I was able to, I'm basically within a couple of dollars of getting funded on 25,000. We're going to trade actually the other account today. We're going to trade my other account, which I started at the same time, just a little bit more. And by the way, I really recommend this. So here's my biggest recommendation to you. It doesn't matter whether you do 25s, it doesn't matter if you do 50s, it doesn't matter whether you do 100s. I really recommend you do at least 2 and maybe even 3 simultaneous accounts. And there's a lot of reasons why you want to do that. But the most important reason why you want to do simultaneous accounts is because, number one, there are different, like for example, in one account, you can trade the ES, and the other account, you can trade the NQ, which is much more volatile. Or you could trade one account, and if it's not going well, you can go to the other account and just clear your mind. Or you have a bullshit idea. Like let's say you have one account that's doing really well, like that account I'm very, very close to funding, right? And then I want to take a bullshit trade. I'm not going to take the bullshit trade in an account that's virtually funded. Why would I endanger that? But I'll take it in the other account because it's not that, it's far away from funding, and I'm happy to take a punt over there. It doesn't cost me as much. Having a second or third account where you get to kind of, blow off steam, massively huge difference psychologically, just a massive, huge difference psychologically, right? And so that's my tactical approach to how I would deal with everything. So today we're going to trade the other account. I'm going to show you exactly what this indicator does, right? Many of you who've been with me over the last couple of weeks, you know that we've been working on this whole idea of slope, right? The sharper the slope, the sharper the change in slope, the more likely there is some kind of continuity. So a negative slope, these are labels that show you there's a sharpness in slope. For example, the prior slope was if the change in slope, the actual change in slope is greater than 4, it creates a label. So in this case, obviously, it's a negative 10 here, not a positive 10, but I made it everything absolute just to make it easy. Negative 10 slope, really, really sharp decline. This creates a label, right? However, and this was my greatest insight and where I, completely revolutionized my prop trading in terms of getting quickly funded and getting quickly P&L'd and all this stuff. Yes, this label tells you there's lots of downside momentum, and you could sell here, right? And a lot of times it works. A lot of times it doesn't. Why doesn't it work over here at this particular label? Not because you're wrong on direction. The direction is absolutely correct, but because you're going to run into retrace. Remember, the market's natural movement is flush, retrace, resumption, right? The triple R movement of the market. Flush, retrace, resumption. Is everybody clear on that? Give me a couple of yeses in there. Let me know that you guys are understanding what the basic fundamental market movement is on any kind of a small time, any kind of a time scale. It's really fractal in terms of how the market, people push, they retrace, and they push back. Oops, I nearly fell out of my chair showing this to you guys. Are you guys understanding the basic dynamic, right? So it is, in my opinion, much more prudent tactically to do the following, no matter how painful it is sometimes to have to wait. You have the red label, and then you wait for the first retrace bar, and then only if you get the red bar after that, that means the resumption of the trend, you get short. So look at what's going on over here. We get the short signal over here, and instead of coming in short over here, we're going to get short over here. Boom. Like a hammer, like a freaking hammer, right? Boom, money. Same kind of a thing. Label here. Now this label here did go down, right? You could have made money, right? You could have made money. And waiting on the retrace here didn't quite extend as much as it did. And let me just show you what I would have done here in this particular trade. And then we're gonna probably play the long side of the S&P because we're getting a big pop over here. So let's imagine I took this trade. I got short here at 37. My target would be 4 points, which is 33, right? Does it go down 33? Doesn't quite go down 33, right? So I get stopped out at like 41. I don't even get stopped out on this. I can't even give you a bad example because this does not even stop me out. It goes back against me and then it drops right over here and I actually make money. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you a failure where it show you what I do. Okay, so here's a failure. So here's a long example, right? We're going long, right? Instead of taking the trade here, I wait for the retrace candle. So reds, greens, I get long here. Turns out that it dies. It just dies, right? I get taken over here at 41. I get stopped out, right? What do I do next? This is the other really, really cool thing of what I do now. So remember, I'm trading small. I'm literally trading one micro account, $20 trade on the S&P, $40 trade on the Nasdaq. And with just tiny accounts, I was able to do $1,500 in 5 days and not even 5 days, really 2 days, because I was dicking around in Vegas the whole time. We might have a buy trade here, which we're going to probably take if we get a green candle. But anyways, I'm long here one. I get stopped. I'm patient. I wait for the exact same formation, the retrace, resumption. The next I get stopped over here. The resumption is on this one. I get long double. 39. I'm looking for 43, right? 39, looking for 43. My stop is 35. Does it stop me out of here? Oh, I get stopped over here again. I get stopped out twice, right? So now I'm stopped out twice. I go back in again over here, and boom, that trade is done. And I'm resolved, okay? I'm resolved on the third trade. So because I'm starting out so small, 1 micro, 2 micro, 4 micro, and then 1 large one. That's it. The worst that happens to me on a $20 trade is I'm going to be down $300, right? $300 on complete terminal loss. So I have a $1,500 budget. And the worst that will happen to me if I get 4 out, and I don't get 4 out, I generally have not been able to get 4 out. Now, maybe today during live we'll have a bad streak, but generally I've been very, very good at picking the spots, not necessarily taking all the wrong trades. We got, by the way, here's a trade. It's setting up. We're gonna initiate our protocol here. Here's the S&P micros. It's got to be, unfortunately, not fortunately, it's actually really good. You notice that I'm not taking a trade unless the candle is green, and I can't tell you how many times it has kept me away from just a complete flush red move, right? So because I'm waiting for a confirmation in terms of price, in terms of direction that I want to go long, because this gives me a long signal, but I need to have a green candle to go long. If I don't have a green candle, that means I don't have a long signal. Although let's see what's going on over here. Oops. Okay, we're going to buy bid because this was a very, very tiny little green candle, and it's probably going to stuff me out, which is fine because I'm going to, again, I'm on a micro account. Can I survive this stop? We'll see. Maybe. It's still a bit more selling. And if it is, I'll be patient enough to see if there's a secondary green rebuild in this particular trade. But this was a very, very tough little trade because it just turned green at the very last second. And I went bid on this thing, and it flushed me down, so that's fine. We'll see if it works. If I survive the stop, I'll survive the stop. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I am at 37. My target is going to be 41. Okay, and then we're still flushing around, putzing around here. I wonder if we can actually. I wonder if I can actually. Let me see if I have settings. Trading. Execution labels. Oh, I guess I got stopped out. Okay, I'm stopped out. I'm stopped out on this trade. So fine. So now we wait. And you see, it wasn't a signal on TradingView. It was a signal on TradeAway, which sometimes they differ a little bit. So that's fine. We're gonna go too large on this if this candle holds green, and we're gonna get long on it. Although no, now I take it back. I'm sorry, because here's what happens. And this is the beauty of my strategy, is I can be completely flexible. So what's happened now is went from green to red. Now I'm strongly signaling that the trade is actually a selling trade, right? Because the label here is red, even though this is still signaling to me, because I guess the code is still thinking that it's a green candle. As an up. So I'm actually going to stand pat here. I'm not going to take it, and now I'm going to wait for the down candle, because this is the most recent label. This is the most dominant trade. This is the trade I'm going to be taking if it turns red. So we're going to just wait very patiently here and see if I get a red candle. And if it doesn't, it's fine. I could have taken this long, but because there was a red candle already, red label in front of me showing me that the slope got so negative that it generated a red label. It's not a place I want to be on the long side. Although this would have worked. It would have worked as a pop, which is fine. Yes, the indicator can be used on Apex, on all Apex accounts. Wow, look at this pop! Holy cow! It's a lot of turn on the trade here. Wow, nice. Okay, so now we're going to be very patient. I'm going to just I'm not going to do anything until and unless I get the next candle. Now, one of the cool things about sort of watching this is what you see. How often do we see this? That the 930. Let me show you this. Look at the range here, right? We're just basically in a very tight range. This is absolute toxicity for us. So the single best thing we can do is just simply wait until we get some kind of continuity, because we need movement one way or the other. So we're sort of in this tight range. This sell signal here could be another fake sell signal, but if it is, I'll take it, because it's still a legitimate sell signal to me, in a sense that it's showing me the red continuity after we created a negative slope on the move here. You get 18, 19 seconds. We can go back to TradeAway, and we can go to, let's say, 2 size. And we're going to wait until 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, this thing is really rocking. Okay, so I sold this. I don't want it to go too far against me. Okay, now it's going to pop against me. And it's basically, one of the things that you're seeing is that I'm just very much, caught in a chop. And I should probably have stayed out of this thing, because it was clear that it was chop. And now it's going to go the other way. Let's see if I can survive. It's going to take me out. But because I'm trading so small, and because I have lots and lots of firepower in reserve, I have no problem letting this trade, letting these trades resolve. Managed. Look at this. Look at this moves. Jesus Christ. Boom. Wow. We survived the stop, and I resolved the trade, and I'm above 500, and that's how we do it. I got a little bit lucky in the sense that this was so much volatility, it almost took me out on the opposite side, but I held on to the trade, doubled up the size, and it was clear now. It's clear a little bit now that we're starting to break, and now we're starting to maybe see a little bit of downside action. Still hard to tell. The market is clearly dicking around on the 9:30, 10 o'clock level. There was a lot of positive movement from the Nikkei because the Nikkei recovered, but I think we're going to start going lower. The next level for the S&P that everybody's going to probably aim for is going to be the 200 level. In the meantime, we can take a look at Nasdaq. Nasdaq obviously also. Oh no, Nasdaq has not actually. So look at this. Look how cool this is. So Nasdaq has a red label, but not a red signal because we haven't retraced yet. Look at the Nasdaq moves are insanely big. We had from 100 to 100 points in 1 minute, 2 minutes. That's $200 on the micro contract. On the micro contract, it's 2,000 on a large one. That's just to make you understand that you don't have to trade large to win large. And you can really preserve both your sanity and your capital by trading smaller. Yes, I went 2 times the size on the second trade. Yes. Hey Gordon, I see you had a message. Feel free to retype it. Let me know. So like right now, massive negative move in the NAS, right? So we'll switch our attention to the NAS. Let's see if we can get a signal here. Now notice how patient I am. Yes, we dropped like 1,000 points. I'm not chasing this trade, right? And yes, if you took the red label here. Although here's the interesting thing: if you took like label 83, the retrace here was you would have been. This is what I mean. Look at this. Look at this very closely. This is what I mean about being right on the trade and sometimes wrong on the execution. So because there is so much retrace momentum, you got short here. It retraced, stopped you out, and then came back down. Right? That would have been very painful. But it happens sometimes, unfortunately. But you just have to accept it. So Nasdaq is just really collapsing through the 18,000, which is fine. We picked up the win in S&P, and now we're just gonna wait, look around, wait ourselves. We broke the range, which was I should have just basically been patient enough, or I was lucky enough that we broke the range on the second move. And now it looks like we're hopefully going to expand. The moment we break that range, that little miserable range, we generally have a much greater chance of doing well. It doesn't matter for us if we go up or down. We just need continuity and momentum and popping off. But to show you, while this is all going on here, right? Let me look at Nasdaq here. You know what? I'm going to put the Nasdaq trade over here on my other side panel here, so I can keep an eye on it. And this way, if something is developing. Hang on, let me just do this on my side panels here. Nasdaq is actually developing a trade, so we got to go look at it. So Nasdaq is okay. So we're looking for a red candle, right, off Nasdaq. Now, what's interesting is sometimes what you get is kind of both a red label and a retrace setup. Because if you think about this, the structure that we have is a label, then green, then red, green-red combo, right? But sometimes the green-red combo is actually also the second red label, because there's been such a sharp drop-off. The net change in the slope has gotten so steep. It's going to be a big differential from this prior slope. Look at 31 differential from this prior slope, right? So, let's get going. Here we're going to have to go to MNQ. We're going to go one, sell market. I'm going to go market here because I had no choice to do business. And let's see if we can get some more money here. Boom, done. I'm showing this to you guys obviously because you once you absorb it, once you internalize it, you can react to yourself. This is a very fast setup. It's like you snooze, you lose. You want to you want to take it when you can get it, but there are so many opportunities throughout the day for these kind of setups that you literally have 20 or 30 chances to practice on it, which is what makes it so amazing. 2 or 3 days of doing this, you become like you become the Bruce Lee of scalping. You just begin to react really, really well to all of these ideas. Okay, so we took these true trades. We're going to take a little bit of a pause here. Let me see if the S&P is doing anything for us. Is it generating any more labels? Okay, S&P is actually labeled too, so we're going to watch this again. The S&P is my favorite trade to trade because it's not nearly as crazy as Nasdaq, but it provides very ample opportunities. $20 wins, 5 $20 wins gets you to 100 in a matter of an hour. So it's really not bad. You don't need much to to P&L it here. So I'm watching this now as kind of we have a second red label. If we get it, if this holds as a green candle and the next candle is a red candle and it completes as a red candle, it's going to flash a little bit of a sell arrow to the downside. That'll be our signal to trade this to the downside. So in the meantime, while we're watching this, please take a look at the amount of prizes the Gelber Group is offering and all the links that are in there, and make sure that you guys sign up. Apex is US based. Yes, it's in Texas. By the way, speaking of Texas, a random fact of the day. Do you know that if Texas was its own country, it would be a number 6 in Olympic wins, Olympic medals this year? It's kind of insane, huh? It's pretty wild. So here's a good example of why I love my new structure setup. Now, it looks like we're just completely bouncing off. So we're just we're just really flushing up and down, right? But a good example of this is, look, if you take a momentum trade here, you just get retraced up your butt, as my wife used to say. You just get stuffed right away. You don't even have a chance to think. Now, I got 55 seconds. If this thing stays red, that might actually be a decent entry for us. So we're gonna watch this. We're gonna go back. Let's switch to trade of 8. Got 45 seconds. Be patient on this trade. It's gotta hold red. It's a big question mark. It might actually get green because it looks like we're just having a V-shaped rebound here. But we'll see. It's clearly a big tug of war between the bulls and the bears right now. And when you're in this kind of a push-pull environment, very, very important to just let them fight it out and only come in once somebody is down on the ground. 12 seconds left. Looks like a green candle. They're going to hold it. Not really much of a trade here. If this turns red at the very last second, I'm probably not going to trade it because it looks like it's a bullshit candle. So I don't want to get involved in it. No, it stays green. Now we stay patient. Now, is this going to be red? We'll see. Going back here, you see it's starting to signal to me the sell possibilities. It's clearly a very, very volatile structure. I mean, we went from 41 to 38 in less than 50 seconds. 30 seconds left here. This looks like it's a little bit more of a red candle. Looks like they popped it from 20 to here, but they just keep on buying it. So it's not by no means a slam dunk that this is going to be a short for us. We'll have to see. But you see how the setup really prevents you from pulling the trigger too early, from falling victim to a trap trade. It's not that you won't get trap trades, but you're going to minimize those as much as possible, right? So okay, I'm going to sell ask. The red candle. Let's see if it survives me. Excuse me. All right, I'm going to take the profit a little bit faster just because I'm afraid of retrace, although it probably went to the market. But again, you see, I started the day with you guys on micro effing accounts tiniest of the accounts, underneath 500. I'm almost at 600. Just following my rules, right? Just following my rules, nice and clean, not doing anything else. Look how cool that is. All right. You want this? I'm super happy to give it to you. Here's the discount link for joining us. You join us for a month, you get to have it. I'm happy to do this with you. And Kaylee asked me the other day, what is the total amount of money that people who are trading with me at BK have been funded with over the last 2 months since we kind of started, really running past the prop? And I honestly, did not know, because so many people have gotten funded. But at very minimum, just from the bare bones information that I know, it must have been at least $5 million. So it's probably closer to $10 million, because a lot of people don't even bother telling me how much money they're trading with. But I know there are people that are trading with $3 million of funded accounts, just one person, for example, right? And we have, tens of people in the room, probably maybe close to 50 people who've gotten funded in the room already at this point. So the reason why is because you need the tools to trade like this. It cannot be seat of the pants. You got to have some sort of a reasonable positive edge strategy. The tools are super useful at just making you not do stupid shit, which is 90% of the game. And by keeping you, targeted only at times when you want to come in. So I love the super scalp. Hope everybody else does. Even in a crazy market like this, where we're flipping down, flipping up every 5 seconds, you can see that as long as you're nimble, you can definitely do okay with it, and manage to actually extract money out of an absolutely crazy market. I mean, this is just a crazy market right now, and we totally popped off the bottom. The good thing is we're expanding the ranges. The range now is 20 to 50, nice big wide range. It's almost 10 o'clock. I don't even know. There's definitely no news. I don't know why they're ramping it like this, but they clearly are ramping it nice and hot. Let's look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq, by the way, also would have been a great trade. The thing, I have to alternate. I like to do ES. The other thing is, do what you like. There are people who love the Nasdaq, who just do nothing but trade that. It is great. If that's your favorite instrument, do that. I like the S&P. It's a little bit more, I'm a little bit older. It's a little bit calmer. I don't have to have a heart attack every 5 seconds. And I like to trade that. But if you're trading just Nasdaq, look at this short over here. You 63. This thing was a $50 short, and you were only looking for 20. And look how it had zero retrace. It was just, you sold it, you made it, right? You sold it, you made it. That's the beauty. That doesn't mean that this signal is true every time, but it's true enough at a time to give you a super strong edge. As you can see with me live trading, the whole time, I'm killing it today, and I want you to kill it. Questions? Okay, let me see if I got some questions here. He says I'm the best. Thank you, Andy. Jonathan, is the most recent version on the Discord bounce links? Yeah, just simply it's auto updated. If you click that link, it will automatically download the absolute latest version into your browser. It's called One Bar Scalp. I have to change the name of it because I'm changing it. I'm now creating a marketing name, because before it was an engineering name. But the name doesn't matter. The intelligence behind it does, and I love the intelligence behind it. So it looks really cool. Let's go back to the S&P. Massive reversal back up. We're moving around. And by the way, the other thing I was going to say is, this is just I'm scratching the surface of the possibilities of trades that you can do. Because remember, you could look at this. This gives you enormously rich amount of information in terms of what's really going on in the market. First of all, you can see that when labels go from 1-1-1-1-1-1, it's pretty much range bound, right? There is nothing much really going on. However, you go back in time, right? If we go back in time, so here's a good example of us going back in time. Now, we go back in time, you can see that if you get 3 or more labels, or 3 greater labels, you're in a nice clean trend, right? You're in a nice clean trend. And clean trends offer some really good possibilities for continuity trades, or picking the reversals, depending on how you like to trade it, right? I'm actually looking at this. I think the trends were in Asia because looking back today on how it looks here. I'm just trying to find. So there was a 4 trend here that kind of stopped. One of the things that I like to do, which works quite a lot, very, very well, is if I have a long trend and I have a label 1 that shows up, right? This is label 1. I will actually use that as a retrace label. So if I get a label 1 green against the 4 continuous labels of reds, the next red candle I'll sell this one, and that's a great trade, right? It's a great continuity trade. There's just a lot of things you can do with this stuff that I'll be happy to show you. We'll explore more as life goes on. But in the meantime, what we have here is breakout to the upside. 55 is clear. Label 2, that means a continuously clean trend. And now we're going to just simply wait here and wait for the arrow. We're going to look for the buy arrow on the S&P, and see what the market gives us and see how we can trade it. This hopefully will be a good example of every possible angle that can happen with this idea. But look at this pop. 20 to 62, 40 handles on the S&P. That's $200 on just a micro idea. And by the way, that's another thing you can do. You can take like the first green label at around 9:45. If you, as we all know, there's always a turn trade, and if you think there's a turn trade, you can just simply do that with a low of the day. Hold that and see if that indeed works out. If this is indeed low of the day, and you can just do one single swing trade off this indicator. This indicator is like the Swiss Army knife. It will reveal so many interesting possibilities for you the longer you play around with it. That's why I'm so excited about it. Of course, I made it for the degenerate traders in my room who all love to scalp, but it can be applied to a myriad of different applications for everybody. Do we get an indicator past the prop? Yes, you do, my friend. Yes, you do. Karen, are you loving this? Are you loving this? I made it especially for you. I was thinking about you when I was battling with ChatGPT to try to explain it exactly what I wanted to do. Oh, damn it. Tomorrow I'll give you. Those of you guys who don't know, so we have a couple of minutes here, so don't worry about it. I'll go off screen here. I want to tell you. So I put out a new video about prop trading for anybody who's new. But what's cool about it is, let me see if I PRP. Let me see if I actually made the PRP. Oh, yay! Cool. I did do it. Okay, I did do it. Okay, so I put a link into the chat right now. This is a absolutely 100% free 55-page PDF guide all about prop trading, all about trading. My gift to you guys, feel free to download it, go crazy with it, give it to everybody you know. Has a million different things inside of it, including links to all the assets, links to all the websites, just a whole bunch of a whole glossary of terms. It's just a really, really nice tool for anybody who's interested in trading. It's yours to keep. Have a good time with it. Enjoy it. I just, I totally forgot that I actually made the you guys. So now I'm chilling. I'm waiting for the green candle to materialize. Right. I need a trend, retrace, resumption. I'm waiting for the resumption. Now the cool thing about, it's rare that that's going to happen, but if it does, it's a great way to kind of dodge a bullet. We're getting a green trade. 7 seconds left. Let's go here. Okay, buy bid. Am I in? Oh, Jesus Christ! Did I get stopped? Oh, I'm on the wrong contract. I'm sorry, guys. This is what happens when I lose my focus. I'm sorry. I lost my focus. Sorry, that happens. Okay, it wouldn't have mattered. We would have gotten stopped out, so it's fine. So I would have been long here. I got stopped out on the trade. Now we're going to wait. Now what we're going to do is we're going to wait for the next green candle. Let it materialize, because I was actually glad this is going to happen, because I want to walk you through what happens on a consecutive sequence trade here. So I'm waiting for the next green candle. This candle is going to be red. I need if this is green, this is going to be crazy. No, it's going to be red. It's going to be red. Okay. I'm going to keep it red. I'm going to be patient, because I'm waiting for the next green candle. If it doesn't, this is going to get negative and ugly, and it's fine. And then I'm going to reorient myself to the other side. But if it stays green, I'm going to try and do size 2 resolution here. 35 seconds left. Let's see if this can hold for me. I'm waiting until the candle closes. You see, I have to be very patient, because it's not very clear that it's still a strong green candle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to buy bid. Okay, I'm in the trade now. 5 seconds. Let's see if we can hold the greens. Maybe. We'll see. Target is 58, right? No, 66. 66. Target is 66. Let's see if we can get up there. And there we go. And I'm resolved, and I'm done. All right. Sorry, I would have been, obviously, I would have been up to 600, but I made the mistake. I totally forgot that I had the NQ on that. That's just the nature of the beast, because I'm trading with you guys. But none of this matters, because look how tight I am. Like, I didn't lose $5,000 on a mistake, right? That's the beauty of trading tiny. Trading tiny produces big profits. It's kind of like my mantra to you guys. Now, this is just my own personal mantra. You guys can obviously ignore it. The most important part is not the sizing, it's the techniques, and the techniques are all obviously working very well. But I wanted you guys to see this live. This is what it's all about. It's about showing you why my techniques are really helping people get funded for huge amounts of money. So hopefully you guys really enjoy it. How many bars? As long as I get in this case, I wasn't anticipating. Oh no. Oh, sorry. Let me see what the question is. Let me make sure I understand it. Jonathan, how many bars will you look for in a qualifying entry? It doesn't matter. What I'm looking for, Jonathan, is if I get stopped out, and as long as I don't get a red label, meaning that the slope has completely changed to negative, right? As long as it hasn't changed to negative, like you can see over here, right? So I got stopped out, slope still positive, still rocking and rolling. I'm looking for the next red green. As long as I get a red green, I'm long this thing, and boom, I took it the next time. If it doesn't work the first time, try it a second time. It's like dealing with your children, right? You have to give it 3 or 4 times before they actually do something, or dealing with your pets. The point is, in life, nothing ever works the first time, right? And the beauty of this strategy is it gives you more than one chance to be made whole and to be made profitable. And that's what I like about it. At least that's the way it becomes really, you can see the proof is in the pudding, in the sense that, I'm P&Ling all these accounts with like very little grief on my side. And, trading live with you guys and not, doing a million different things and still not fucking up that badly. Because it has a massive margin for error. Really, it's like the Warren Buffett has a massive margin for error in all his investments. I think the same mentality has to be done in trading. And I think it's the exact opposite. Most traders don't have any margin for error. You see these other guys on YouTube, 100 contracts for 5 points. Wonderful, great. Now show me the 5,000 accounts that you blew before you made that one lottery ticket trade that you won, which is what they do all the time. And I was still, trust me, I was just as guilty of that crap as myself. I blew tons of accounts trying to trade lottery, And I realized this is so stupid. This is really, really stupid. I literally have not, reset my accounts in a week and a half because all these accounts are just accreting positive. And think about this, why this is so important. It's not even so important in terms of, passing the evaluation. It's important because the second part of the equation, which is where everybody else fucks up, is in getting paid out. Now I'm getting guys in my room who are following this all getting paid out because the name of the game is to get paid out. It's not just to pass the test. Passing the test is great. It's a super good, big honor. It's a testament to your trading skills. But the real, end game in business is to get paid, right? It's always the real end game in business is always to get paid. I always say to Kay, I don't care what they tell me. I don't care how good they are. I need to get paid. If you can promise me anything as long as if I don't see the invoice paid, I'm not in business with you. So that's the whole point. Is that when you have this strategy, you have a really strong chance of getting paid, which is really what it's all about. Getting paid is the real thing, right? Is this being recorded? Every one of these is recorded, Steve. You can come, can watch on our channel. They're all live. They're all archived. They're all here, so you can watch this all the time. I'll be here tomorrow. We're going to repeat the same show, the same story. Let me leave you guys with all the links, right? So let's review all the links. We'll start with the Gelber Group, my guys at Gelber, who are doing a great job here. Kathy just posted the full details. I think it's $100,000 in prizes. If you pass, they will consider offering you a job, not just an account, but an actual job where they pay you money to prop trade. So it's an awesome opportunity. It's a level higher prop trading than what we all do. But if you're interested in trading, absolutely, my friends at Apex. Trade with them. They're the best. They've paid out a ton. They paid out $250 million. And I love them. It's super easy to set up. You see me trading Trade-Evade. See how easy it is. There's no problems. We do, they're just super great. And the code here is for 80% off. These 25,000s cost me I think $27. I was in the Las Vegas airport having a cappuccino and a sandwich that was more expensive than the account, which is going to give me $25,000 of funding. So just to give you an idea. The best time to trade is 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. Correct. That's absolutely correct, Mark. That is the best time to trade. Oh, Jerry, your snide little comment about getting paid for Top Step. When Top Step pays out $250,000, then you can tell me that they're better. I have lots of guys in my room all getting paid out with Apex. So please don't badmouth my people. They have full proof of a $250,000 pay, $250 billion payout, not $1 million payout. So please don't badmouth my people, unless I'll just ban you for the rest of your life and you'll never be able to trade again. And I'll be happy about that. Okay, so PT ACAP. I'm sorry, what's the question on ACAP? For those guys who want ACAP, by the way, this isn't a thing. I'm gonna talk to you guys about it when I come back. I have a completely different, completely awesome product for ACAP, which, by the way, I'm gonna just give you the link for ACAP if you want to sign up, which is totally free, like zero money free, that auto trades all this stuff, where you don't have to, because for prop firms don't allow you to auto trade, but there are some prop firms, and obviously your own accounts can be auto traded. And if you're interested in that, you just simply sign up, put a deposit in ACAP, and I will give you that product. I did the weekend webinar on that. I had so much ridiculous interest in it, and it's gonna be my go-to product for anybody who wants to auto trading. So if you want ACAP, that's the strategy. Somebody just said they got an Apex payout. Yeah, I know. This is just, Jerry's salami. You can take your salami elsewhere if you're going to badmouth my guys at Apex. Great. I'm glad you guys are all learning. I'm glad you guys are all doing well. Let me just give you one last few links here. So we're going to give you the link to just join us. I gave you the Apex link. I gave you the other stuff. And of course, here's the Gelber link again, one more time. We're pretty much done. Today was an awesome day. We banked it, every which way but Sunday. There's literally 1,000 more trades to go for anybody who wants to trade. I'm going to trade with you guys one final time before I go to Vienna tomorrow and get on a plane. Hopefully, we'll have a lot more fun. But the takeaways that I want to just sort of give you is you have to have a great indicator. You have to have a disciplined, intelligent approach to how you're going to use that indicator. And you want to trade tiny, at least in my approach. You want to trade tiny. And that takes away so much stress and creates so much positivity in your account. I hope you guys all take some of those valuable lessons. And also, hey, one last thing, my prop guide, my free prop guide, download it over here. It has a lot more details about all the things that I talk about, so that if you read it and you want to ask me questions about it tomorrow, I'm happy to discuss it with you guys tomorrow. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Everybody enjoy. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same bat channel. We'll see how it goes. Market popped hard. Let's see if they hold it. We'll see how it goes. Everybody enjoy. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.